Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Okay, how are you today? Hope you are doing well. Alright, today is our second class for this week, which is our last class for this week. Okay, as I have planned, I will cover chapter 1, which is purchasing and supply chain management. Okay, without further ado, let's start our class. Alright. So by the end of this chapter, you will be able to define purchasing and purchase management, state and explain the objectives of purchasing management, discuss about principles of purchasing management, differentiate between purchasing manager, purchasing agent and buyer, and illustrate centralized and decentralized purchasing.
Okay, during previous class, I have given one task for you, which is in your point of view, what is purchasing? So, I want you to write in 100 words. Okay, I have read all of your comments or your submission. Okay, what I can say is I'm really proud of you because you can write a very brilliant point about purchasing, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so I really hope that you can read your friends' post too on that comment, and you will add on the knowledge about purchasing. Okay.
Okay, what is purchasing? So, purchasing in simple words is selling and buying process. Alright, so there are two parties involved in purchasing, which are seller and buyer. Alright, purchasing in other words is acquiring goods to satisfy organization needs. Alright, in some departments, it carries duty by individuals, teams, but there is specific purchasing department for certain organization. So, purchase management is one of the most important area in entire organization. Alright, okay. Some of the objectives of purchase management are to purchase the required material at minimum possible price by following the company policies. The second one, to maintain proper and up-to-date records of all transactions. Okay, the third one is to keep department expenses low. Then to make or buy decision. And lastly, to avoid stock-out situations. Okay, next subtopic is principle of purchasing management. Okay, as you know, in logistics we have 7R. Same goes to purchasing. Okay, in principles of purchasing, we also have 7R. Okay, which are okay, buying materials at right quality, or in Malay we call it as mutu yang tepat. Okay, in the right quantity, jumlah yang tepat, from the right supplier, dari sumber yang tepat, okay, at the right price, pada harga yang tepat, delivered at right place, okay, dihantar ke tempat yang tepat at the right time, pada masa yang tepat, and right mode of transport. Okay, so pilihan mode kenderaan yang tepat. Alright, so in purchasing we can select any modes of transport as we have learned in logistics, which is we have 5 modes of transport: road, rail, sea, air, and pipeline. Alright. In our course syllabus, we need to know 3 terms. The first one is purchasing manager. Okay, purchasing manager seeks to obtain the highest quality merchandise at the lowest possible purchase cost for their employers. Alright, that's the role of purchasing manager. Next, purchasing agent. What purchasing agent does? Okay, purchases buy goods and services for use by their business organization. Alright, compared to buyer. Okay, buyer roles is buyers typically buy items for resale. So I really hope that you all can differentiate between these three terms. Alright? Okay, I will give further or additional notes regarding to the roles of purchasing manager, purchasing agent, and also buyer later in Google Classroom. Alright?
Okay, under centralized purchasing, purchases are made at one point for whole organization, and materials is issued to respective departments or jobs as and when needed. Centralized purchasing is suitable in cases where the organization runs one plant. It will bring about economies of purchasing, and buying in small lots will avoid. It ensures consistent buying policies in future, and purchasing power are concentrated in the hand of person the in charge of purchasing department. This type of purchasing is very helpful in quickly implementation of decision regarding purchasing. It ensures bulk buying, which ensures favorable prices. The staff requirements under this type are limited, and specialists in buying may appoint. Centralized purchasing is further helpful to the vendors since their selling costs are reduced, as they can easily coordinate and supply goods to a single buyer instead of a large number of buyers. The most important benefit which can draw from centralized purchasing is it keeps the inventories in control and check the wasteful investment in materials and equipment, thereby ensuring overall economy in purchasing.
Okay, or in other words, centralized purchasing is the purchase of materials by a single purchase department.
For decentralized purchasing is just the reverse of centralized purchasing. This is suitable for organization running more than one plant. Under this type, each plant has its purchasing agents. In other words, every department makes its purchases. This also calls localized purchasing. Decentralized purchasing is quite flexible and can quickly adjust following the requirements of particular plant. More attention can pay by the departmental head on buying problems, as he will be carrying the limited number of activities in department, and he can hold responsible for the purchase of goods and overall performance of the plant. The serious drawback which emerges from this type is the lack of uniformity in purchasing procedure in the organization. At the same time, uniformity in prices cannot ensure, and moreover, every departmental head may not possess the caliber of an expert buyer. This method also possess the problems of coordinating among various departments of the organization, and usually leads to unplanned buying. In comparison to centralized buying, this method involves a lesser economy in purchasing.
Okay, summarize for decentralized purchasing is purchasing materials by all departments and branches dependently to fulfill their needs. Alright, so there is advantage and disadvantages for centralized purchasing. Advantages for centralized purchasing is specialized and expert purchasing staff can concentrate on one department. Okay, the second one is a standardization of quality of raw materials facilities, minimum finance required, better supervision of the materials usage and utilization of high technical skill. Okay, moreover, for the disadvantages are the first one is the high cost of internal transport. Second, non-availability of materials for production in time. The third one is greater risk of obsolescence, lead to higher administration costs and not suitable for plants and branches located at different places which are far apart. Let's look at the advantages and disadvantages for decentralized purchasing. Okay, the advantages of decentralized purchasing are no heavy investment required initially, less cost of internal transport, lower chance for obsolescence. Okay, purchase order can place quickly, and the replacement of defect materials takes little time. Alright, for the disadvantages of decentralized purchasing are organization loses the benefits of a bulk purchase. Second one is poor layout of space, more finance required, duplicate purchase of materials, and specialized knowledge may be lacking in purchasing staff. Alright, so we have covered purchasing concept, objectives of purchase management, principles of purchasing management, purchasing manager, purchasing agent, and buyer. And last but not least is centralized and decentralized purchasing. Alright, for those who have any problem, you can reach me on WhatsApp group. So before I end the class, this is an exercise for you. Okay, I have 4 questions for you to answer and complete before the session ended. The first one is what is the objectives of purchasing? Alright, the second one is situation. Okay, as a buyer, you need to move from Kuala Lumpur to Johor Bahru. You use the 5 principles of purchasing management to find transport company to help you moving to the new place. Alright, explain in details that 5 principles regarding the situation above. Okay, so for this question, you need to explain uh, 5 out of 7 principles of purchasing management. Alright, question number 3, give 3 examples of purchasing agent with its roles. Alright, and the last one is, in your opinion, what is the best method in purchasing? Okay, so as we have covered, okay, we have 2 methods in purchasing. So just choose one and give your opinion why you choose that method. So no right or wrong answer for this question. Okay. Alright, so I really hope that you will gain something benefits from today's lesson, and my lecture will help you to understand about today's topic. So see you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.